So it's not going to be too long, hopefully, and it's not a review video, so I know they were pretty tedious for me anyway, but this is more, it's one of them talk videos, you know, and it's one of them that we all ask each other, as you can see from the title anyway, but we all ask each other about this, and I think we all think it in our head sometimes, don't we? Why do we do this for? Why fragrance? What motivates us to keep going? What do we get out of it? And that kind of video. And I just wanted it to be a little reflective video and kind of going through what it is for me. Anyway, we'll get started. So yeah, why fragrance? I think obviously I've talked a lot about what got me into it and what got me kind of interested in. Me, I'm one of these eternal students. I want to learn, I want to talk, I want to learn from other people's knowledge and kind of absorb it up. So there was a lot of comments on Steve Everyman fragrances now, is it? It used to be Frags to Riches. But anyway, I used to, you know, interact with him quite a lot and other people on YouTube like the Centurion, Scott and such like, and kind of absorb. And then we know the story. Steve kind of got me to go onto Instagram, and yeah, from then on it was kind of, we know the rest. And why fragrance? Well, obviously it came from that interest in them, but it was like something, a thirst for learning, wasn't it? A thirst to get interested in something. And also fragrances make you feel pretty good. I mean, you know, I'm one of these bloody top 10 compliment videos and stuff. They're all nonsense. But one thing I think we can all kind of relate to is when we were younger, of course we used to wear fragrance to get the old attention and compliments. And I'm sure, you know, one thing ladies always said to me, well, you smell really nice, John. And maybe fragrance is a bit part to holding back to them days. They weren't complimenting my scent. They were saying, oh, you're young, blonde and attractive and not fat like we are nowadays. Whether fragrance makes much of a difference or not, I don't know. And then, you know, they bought me fragrances that they wanted me to wear, and I enjoyed them all the same, you know. So yeah, it kind of stems from that, doesn't it? And obviously getting back into that with the kind of, I suppose, that relation to being quite into fragrance more than I realised when I was younger. But then as you kind of get into the Instagram thing, it's the communication, it's the reading people's posts, seeing why they love something, seeing where it takes them, understanding the feelings it can create and the places and time it can take you. They're all really very special kind of things, aren't they? They're, you know, we all want to go back to a better time. We all want to feel better. We all want to remember a place or escape to a place. And that's what got me absolutely hooked. Seeing all these people talk about all these experiences and all these things, and then, you know, relating to them and getting on with them and having conversations, and it was quite addictive, isn't it? And then weirdly, people commenting on your posts. Obviously back then, I don't say I'm not particularly a technical person now. Don't go into that much detail because that's not what it's about. Who knows what I don't know. Molecule 8.35 smells like, really? Nobody does. And the notes, they're not really actually generally them smells anyway. So it's better to just describe what you smell, where it takes you, etc. And that, well, for me anyway, and that's what I kind of found. And then obviously I got so much support and people were so nice to me for no particular reason, you know. I just don't know. But they kind of get you into more and more. And then you make good friends with people, you start swapping samples. Matt Calder Sense, this is at you cost me a fortune. Aaron Terence Hughes things, really they leaped for me. I kind of missed out a section, I would say, that's normal in our journey. I'm not going to walk this far, which is kind of easy niche. You know, I didn't get into Manceras and things like that. I took that kind of big, bold step straight into these wonderful, unique, different, artistic, sometimes crazy fragrances with insane names, as we all know from here. And that kind of pushed me along, and I thought, you know, how can fragrances smell like this? How can this take me to this place? This is something I've never smelt before, but it's familiar, it smells good, it makes me feel this weird feeling inside, and that again gets more and more addictive, and you get into trying more and more stuff. But also, as a consequence of that, you get bored of a lot of stuff as well. You know, there's two sides of the coin there. You'll smell stuff now and meh, whereas maybe if you'd smelt it 2 years ago, it would have been wow. But my taste generally hasn't changed. It's developed and got not more specific. I think I find my taste, and then it opens up again, doesn't it, into all sorts of other areas. Could say I'm a floral, musky kind of guy. Generally, yes. But that's not to write off other stuff. I've discovered some other, like leather. Never thought I'd like leather. Fruity fragrances, never really thought I'd go for that. Woods, I really started to appreciate them. And I've been saying this a lot recently. Vetiver. I don't know what it is. All of a sudden it's just gone, oh, I really like that. But only specific types of vetiver. But again, that's something you only learn as you get more into it. And that's why this is all so addictive, isn't it? So that's kind of explaining why it's the interaction, it's the learning, it's the people. There's nothing else about it really, is there? The fragrance isn't secondary, but it's just as important as the people, really. And that's the same with all hobbies, isn't it? Finding people to relate to, etc. And you make friends. And again, you learn, I said this before, you go on their journey with them. You experience what they experience. When you sniff something and someone's described it, you might not smell what they're smelling, but somehow you're able to relate to it and go, oh yeah, I can see why. Or you can think, oh, that's complete nonsense. And that again it's no criticism of anyone, it's up to people what they do. But when you just read out the notes, there's no relation there, is there? There's no forming a bond with a person, sharing an experience, because all they've done is just written what's on Fragrantica, which half the time is utter nonsense. And like I say again, the notes don't really ever describe what a fragrance smells like. But yeah, that's why fragrance. And kind of a part two, if you like, after that, is COVID was a big thing for us all. And the extreme isolation, and I know people don't like to use this word, but I'm going to use it anyway, because I think a lot of us felt it, is loneliness. And again, I think that it was the golden age of the fragrance community to a point, wasn't it? It was before what's going on now happened, really. It was people who just wanting to interact with each other, just wanting to share things, to talk about, you know, your days and what you've got, and your fragrances, what you've bought and what you enjoy and why you enjoy it, and dreams of being able to be outside again and interact face to face and stuff. I have since met a couple off from this journey, and I'm sure I'll meet more. It was great meeting you, Gabi and Chantel. Didn't forget your name there. But again, these people we've kind of got along with, and you know, you see that most people are probably just as lovely in real life, because I think fragrance, again, not all, but it lets you be authentic, lets you be you. It's just smelly water, isn't it? And we all share a passion for it. You don't need a bravado and what have you. And then people that have that bravado and that kind of different reasons and interests for being into it, like free stuff, they're quite two-dimensional people. Again, it's up to them, whatever. But it's up to them, and the more influencer people, they're not in it for the people or the experience or whatever. They're in it for other reasons, and good luck to them. But the really genuine people, you all start to form a bond over this real passion for things. So that's why. So yeah, I'll just sum it up, and I know it's a bit long and wittery and not very interesting. It's not a review, but I think we all, like I said, have these inner thoughts and we get asked this. So yeah, I guess the kind of conclusion to this, the kind of point of this, why fragrance? An escape, a journey of knowledge, a way of kind of going to different places and times, a comfort, a hug, fond memories, memories we can't get back. We can't go back, can we? Can't live them times again, so we kind of encapsulate them in fragrance. It's the same whether it reminds us of a lost relative, a lost love, a lost time, great times, and that. The fragrance is the one thing, our sense of smell has such a powerful ability to achieve that and to take us to these places. So ultimately, that's why fragrance. What about you? What's your reason for being so into this? It's different for everyone. There's no right or wrong answer, is there? We're all motivated and enjoy different aspects and different things of this journey. So why fragrance? Why are you part of the fragrance community? Discovering new things, all the exciting new things that come out, just the love of fragrance, the wanting to go back in time, a mix of them all. It's all valid, isn't it? So yeah, alright, thanks folks. I know it's a bit of a waffly video, a bit of a tedious one. I just wanted to do it. As we know, I've not been feeling hunky-dory at the moment, so yeah, it's been a bit nice to just chat. Right, thanks folks, bye.